Hello, ako nga pala si Reverse guys. So guys, ngayon, bago tayo mag-proceed sa video is don't forget to download Tactor Axie using my link. So Tactor Axie is the best Axie tool in the Play Store and App Store right now. So guys, please download the game if you are an avid fan of Axie Infinity.
I would say those are some of the top factors we look for. If, a single person comes in and says they want to build an MMORPG, they're much less likely to be accepted, as obviously those are massive undertakings.
Great question, Bryce. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep moving right along here. Some great questions so far. Mr. JD Hyper, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Philip. Thanks for inviting me up here, and thanks for sharing all this awesome information about Origins. I had a question. I'll just be pretty straightforward. Right before this, Spaces tweeted out something about having credit card integration with the Rona network, especially with this being deployed on app stores, getting out to the masses, and Moonshards being particularly off-chain and being one of the first ways to craft some of these root and charms. If we'll see something like that, or can look forward to that as just a next development as this gets deployed out to everybody.
Sorry, I didn't actually catch the question part of that. What's can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah. It's basically just if we can expect credit card integration to like maybe purchasing Moonshards or Axies or something along those lines as this gets deployed out to app stores to the masses.
I'm not personally involved in that, and don't know much. So maybe Jeff.
Yeah, I have some insight into this. Yeah, we're definitely looking into tightening up our credit card onboarding, right? So right now, obviously, everyone knows that we have REMP, which allows you to buy ETH, Axis, or SLP, but it's geo-gated, right? You can't use it everywhere. And it would just be simpler if you could, right, put in your credit card and buy an NFT from the marketplace. That's something that we're looking at. It is a little bit complex because there are things like chargebacks and that you have to take into account. So it is a little bit harder of a lift, but the marketplace team is looking at it, and if it's possible, we'll do it. But yeah, I can't make any promises on the timeline, but we're definitely looking into it pretty heavily.
Awesome, thank you.
Awesome, another great question. Okay, so Bitcoin Pendium. Hello, long time no see. I think that's somebody I met at the Portugal meetup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Hey guys, how are you doing? David from Spain here. So I'm really glad to be able to speak in this space, and first of all, I have to thank you all for building all of this, to letting other people be part of this amazing community. A special thanks to Josh for his insights and data, because I devour his tweets because they are awesome, and he's like the spy on the testnet of Axie Infinity, so he's awesome. And yeah, my question is about the builders program, because I'm curious about how what was the genre that most people made a proposal for? Did you get a lot of, for example, platforms proposals, or they were or MMORPG, or that is one question, and the other one is how what was the genre that just got, like, I didn't expect that someone was gonna make an Axie game of this genre.
Sorry, what was the second question?
So what was the genre that you didn't expect someone was going to make a game with Axis, that genre? Like, for example, I don't know, like
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I didn't do a count of all the of the genres to give a perfect breakdown. I definitely saw a lot of people interested in platformers. I think a bunch of different hyper casual ones. There were lot of people interested in MOBAs, but MOBAs are a bit harder to make, so it's definitely a consideration. And then fighting games. What else was there? And then there was a mixed bag of just tons of different unique ideas. Like some of these I don't even know if they would have a genre, but there were ones that were kind of like board games almost, like
Awesome.
pushing through dungeons. And so there was a huge variety, I would say.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, I have a quick announcement. We have Lima, our LATAM lead, on stage right now. So what does that mean? That means that if you have a question, but your first language is Spanish, don't be shy. You can come up and ask your question in Spanish, and Lima, the amazing Lima, will translate it for us. So, please feel free to ask your questions en español. Gracias.
All right. Well, that said, let's kick it over to Lover. Sorry, Lima, I should have given you a chance to introduce yourself. But let's kick it over to Lover, and then we'll bring up Extra here, Extra Rye, and see what's going on there. Lover, would love to hear from you, mate, in Spanish or English, whatever you prefer.
Well, if I be honest, always going to be better for me to talk in Spanish. But this time, I would like to make my own question. Hi, everybody. By the way, thank you, Lima, for helping us with the Spanish community to try to speak here. My question is really simple, if I be honest. I'm curious because I'm waiting to see if it could be possible. Are we going to get a different kind of Axie in origin, like a dragon type, or like a viper, or something different that the actual Axie that we got? Or are we going to get the new card for the Meg, the Dusk, and the Down? That's just the question that I have at this moment, at this point.
No dragon class Axies yet. So it'll just be the classes we have. In terms of cards, we definitely are looking to introduce new body parts over time. Don't have any particular details to share on that right now, but definitely body parts for Mech and Dawn and Dusk are things we are looking into and considering.
Thank you, Philip, for that. Thank you, everybody, for bringing me up. I was excited, I'm an Axie fan, and I was talking about that yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah. No, thanks for the question.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Lover, all the work you've been doing in the LATAM and Spanish-speaking community as well. Really appreciate you. Lima, you got your hand up. Would love to hear from you as well.
Thank you so much, Sayori. It's a beautiful pleasure to be here today among my heroes, which is the community, the developers. And I want to say something in Spanish, if you allow me. Muchas gracias a todas las personas maravillosas que están conectadas. Es verdaderamente un placer estar conectado en este espacio tan importante. El día de hoy he tenido la oportunidad maravillosa de ser también speaker dentro de este espacio tan bonito para traducir todas sus preguntas. Así que si alguien de pronto tiene una pregunta que realizar, por favor hagan clic en request y yo voy a traducir todo para que pueda el equipo de Sky Mavis y Axie Infinity escuchar todos sus comentarios, ideas, críticas constructivas y opiniones, porque Latinoamérica y España y todas las personas del mundo habla hispana son muy importantes para nosotros. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Lima. Of course, with so many people here, we'll do the best that we can. Only so many spaces to be able to speak, and unfortunately, we won't be able to hear from everyone, but we're going to do the best that we can. All right, Extra Rye, what's going on? We'd love to hear from you.
Hi, guys. Good morning. It's 4:55 a.m. here in the Philippines, and thank you so much for the opportunity for letting me speak. First and foremost, Philip, Lima, congratulations and welcome to the Axie team. Also, Nixie Go, and I'm not sure if he's here, but congratulations as well. I actually discussed the Origin updates with my community a couple of days ago, and they have a couple of questions. So I hope you guys don't mind if I ask a couple of questions.
Please, go for it. We would love to hear some questions from the Filipino community.
Cool. So I think this one has been answered, but will there be Dawn, Meg, and Dusk cards?
Yeah, I think we want to have them in the future. I think we believe some of the starter Axies might. That would be the soonest, but not initially as part of how we introduce those will be something we need to figure out too, whether that be through a breeding event or through some sort of system. New body parts is significant content releases for us.
Yes, exactly. So with that, I was actually supposed to ask how will they be introduced to the game, but okay. So how about bird, plant, aqua, the usual Axie types? Will they be having new parts as well moving forward?
There aren't for the initial launch. No, they will have kind of all the existing parts. So everything you have right now will be what the parts are in Origin V3. But yeah, definitely over time, I think all Axies will get more parts over time. And I've mentioned this a bit in my upgrading thread too. Is that in the future we might introduce different modes where you can only use different parts. There might be kind of the primary rank mode where we actually deprecate parts over time and introduce new ones, and there's other modes where you can use all parts, but those are further down the line. But yeah, definitely introducing new parts over time is going to be something we do for all classes.
Okay, so thank you. You guys also mentioned that the adventure mode will have a storyline, right? So
yes.
Will this be a one big story, or is it going to be part by part?
Not sure what you mean by like there'll be chapters that are connected. So yeah, I guess we will. I believe we're releasing a few chapters to start, and then basically we can expand on that over time and actually release more chapters.
So is there going to be like expansions to the story that might affect the cards that the Axis will have? Like, for example, other card games have expansions, so they will introduce new cards based on that new storyline that the adventure will have.
Yeah, there could be. I mean, I think we haven't nailed down anything, but I think that would be cool, where you have this event in the game, you have this new chapter with this storyline.